As we all know, Tottenham Hotspur have an awful lot to do in the summer transfer window. Not just buying players, but selling players as well. And today I'm going to take you through 3 transfers that I could see happening out the door at Tottenham Hotspur this summer window. And guys, if you like these videos and you want to see more transfer news and rumors and analysis, let me know by smashing a thumbs up on the video and subscribing if you're new. I really appreciate the support that you smashed on the video yesterday, over 1,000 views, and I've only just returned back to YouTube, so I really do appreciate that. But let's get into things. Here are the 3 transfers I could see happening in the not too distant future. Now, straight away, Manor Solomon. He's currently just returned on a loan spell from Leeds United, and he had an exceptional loan spell, scoring a lot of goals and contributing a lot. And the thing is, Leeds United want to keep this player. They really do love Manor Solomon. And the question for Tottenham is, he never really hit the ground running. He perhaps didn't get his chances. He did have a couple of injuries while he was at Tottenham. But I just think that there's an opportunity to cash in on a player there that's on good form. And there's at least one club interested in Leeds United, potentially more, lower end Premier League teams, perhaps even some top end Championship teams. So let's break this down a little bit further. His current market value is around 14 million euros. Now, as you can see, Tottenham, when they acquired him, he was around 16 to 17 million euros in value. And he plummeted while he was at Tottenham. As I said, he didn't really hit the ground running. He joined Leeds on loan. And as you can see, that trajectory, putting him back to around a £15 million transfer fee, I think that Tottenham could actually look to try and cash in on this player. And if you actually remember back all the way to 2023, Tottenham actually got this player on a free transfer from Shakhtar Donetsk. There was a little bit of a confusion over the details of the transfer, but it was in fact stated that Tottenham got Manor Solomon on a free. So what's the breakdown on his contract situation? Well, his contract actually expires in 3 years' time, meaning there's a lot of value if someone does come in with a big transfer fee. His market value is currently around 14 million euros, as I just said. And I think that Leeds could end up bidding around 15 to 20 million pounds for this player. I think that if Tottenham got 15 million pounds, we should cash in and use it elsewhere. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Now, the second player that I think could be sold this window is Bissouma. Now, it's been a bit of an up and down spell for Bissouma in his 3 years at Tottenham. We actually signed him back in 2022, and although those 3 years have gone so quick, he has had a couple of highs, but it has mainly been very inconsistent for the player. And I just think that actually Tottenham could be looking to cash in. His current market value has dipped in recent months. And as you can see, in 2022, when we acquired him from Brighton, we paid around 30 million euros. And now he's probably worth around 20 to 25 million euros. And I could see Tottenham cashing in on Bissouma just because I don't think we've ever seen his consistencies that we saw at Brighton. As you can see just from this graph alone, he went from a 15 million pound player to a 30 million pound player in just a couple of years. And I could see us honestly cashing in on him. If you go back to 2022, as I said, he was around a 30 million euro player, and that's exactly what we paid. His value was actually slightly more, and we actually probably got quite a good deal for him. But unfortunately, maybe Brighton saw that there was potential risks in the player, and obviously we have seen some things off the field with Bissouma. And as much as I like him as a player, when he is at his top form, I just think there's too many inconsistencies to maybe gamble on another season. And so, what's the contract situation for Bissouma? Well, his contract expires in 2026, just in 12 months' time. His current market value is between 20 and 25 million euros. I think 25 million euros is probably a good value for him. And I think we could receive anywhere in the lower end of 20 million pounds to the top end of a 30 million pounds, depending on how keen a club is on bidding on him. But I could see a few clubs coming in for Bissouma in the summer. And I really do think we'll have 2 or 3 different bids for Bissouma. I think there will be plenty of clubs that see the potential that he showed, especially at Brighton back in the day. And I think we could honestly see ourselves cashing in on Bissouma as well. So let me know in the comments below, guys, do you think we will get rid of Bissouma in the summer window? Now, my final player is a player that really hasn't hit the ground running at Tottenham. It has been a series of loan spells, and I think you guys know who I'm talking about when I say loan spells. It's none other than Mr. Loan himself. It is Bryan Gil. Now, obviously, we have to go all the way back to 2021, 4 years ago, when we actually signed Gil from Sevilla. And if you remember, we actually did a purchase along with giving Eric Lamela the other way. That seems like a blast from the past. But if you look at his market value over the last few years, when he was at Eibar, he skyrocketed from a £10 million value player to a €30 million player. And I just think in the last few years, we can see just from this graph alone that he really hasn't held that 30 million value. And currently, transfer market's valuing him as a €15 million player. And I actually think we'd probably do well to get 15 million back for him. I think, as you can see, as I just said, so many different loan spells. Not only did he go back on loan to Sevilla back in 2023, but he's also had a loan spell at Girona last season, as well as a loan spell at Valencia back in 2022. And actually, he does perform much better in the Spanish league. And some players are just better in the other leagues. Some players adapt better to La Liga, and some players adapt better to the Premier League. And I think in Bryan Gil, we can safely say that he's a much better La Liga player than he is a Premier League player. And that's just the way things are. I think looking at the contract expiry just in 12 months' time, and his market value, as I said, €15 million. What do we think Spurs could receive for him? I think between maybe the lower end of 12 million and the higher end of £18 million. Guys, let me know what you think on Bryan Gil. Do you still think there is a spark there? Do you think there is still potential for him to do really well at Tottenham? Or is now the right time for Daniel Levy and co to cash in on him? And if just to summarize, these three players, going back to Bryan Gil, £18 million, Manor Solomon, potentially a 15 to £20 million fee, and also Bissouma, another 20 or £25 million. You're looking at around 50 to 70 million, depending on how high these clubs bid. And that could be put towards, as I said in my video yesterday, if you didn't see, go and check it out, the likes of a Semenyo, the likes of a Paulinho, or the likes of an Eberechi Eze. I think we need to invest a lot of money this window. And I think, as the balance sheets will say, we need to get rid of some players as well. And I think Thomas Frank will come in and it will be very, very assertive as to who he wants to keep and who he wants to sell at Tottenham. So, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you agree with these three outgoings, or do you think Bissouma, Gil, and Solomon deserve a bit more time? I'd be interested to know. I'd love to comment back to you guys and reply. So please do put it in the comments below. As I said at the start of the video, I really do appreciate the support so far since I've been back. Please smash that like on the video, subscribe to Spurs Related if you are new, and I'll see you again very soon with another video. Remember, as always, come on you Spurs!